that's where we are at this stage. You know, the first misconception is everybody thinks it wouldn't happen to them. But as we see, Ron, you're not prepared. They always think it's going to happen to somebody else, low income and all.
Yes.
So at this point, I'm right here at that page with you. And where could a fire happen in the kitchen? You know, when could it happen? Anytime. And I go through this. Could you have a fire? When could you have a fire?
12:45.
When you're most vulnerable to a fire. And why are you most vulnerable? Because you were sleeping. Where in the world could a fire happen? And in a couple of places is the kitchen stove. Ron,
you just skipped some of the demo. We're skipping it.
Let me back up and catch you up.
I mean, you know what you're doing. I'm just saying.
I got no idea. Okay, so now you're on page 8.
You're not ready to buy yet.
And I haven't killed your alarm yet.
Oh,
that's a major deal.
No, this is on point. Just stay with it.
So our third misconception about home fires is, there are 3 misconceptions about home fires. Our first one is it won't happen to me. You know, I've never met anybody thought they'd have a fire. They always think it's going to happen to somebody else, somebody who smokes, somebody with low income, people with kids or elderly. They always say it'll never happen to me. Ron, no one ever thinks it's going to happen to them until when? It's too late. And we've already realized you guys wasn't prepared.
Yes.
But now we realize, could you guys have a fire?
Yeah.
You could. And when could you have a fire?
Right now.
Anytime. Absolutely, right now. And when have we realized you're the most vulnerable to a fire?
When I'm sleeping.
At night.
All
when
this
we're
is
sleeping.
written right down the back of that
Absolutely.
page.
Right there.
Word.
Word for word. And why are we most vulnerable? Because we're sleeping. You done said it. So you got to do me a favor. Don't be the family that thinks it can't happen to them. So we agree that you can have a fire. Where are some places a fire could start? In the kitchen? You ever go to bed at night leaving the dishwasher running?
Mm-hmm.
Refrigerator stoves plugged up all the time? Go to bed leaving the dishwasher running? A shorted plug-in dryer? Do you go to bed at night leaving your dryer running?
Sometimes.
Now, Ron, let me ask you a question. You don't have a smoke detector in your kitchen, and you don't have one in your laundry room.
Nope, I don't.
And you've got 2 major appliances running full time, and you have nothing in there. Burnt out light sockets, hot water heaters, stoves, kitchens, all those places. Experts tell us we got as little as 2 minutes to escape a fire. If a fire started in your home, you said 6 to 8 minutes. But you got to be able to get up and get out in less than 120 seconds.
That's all on that.
Yes, sir. So our second misconception is there's got to be plenty of time. If there's so much time to escape, then why do you hear on the news every night somebody gets burned or dies in a fire? Because according to Underwriters Laboratory, a fire that used to take 12 to 14 minutes to engulf a room now takes 2 to 4. Used to take 12 to 4, now it takes 2 to 4.
Because materials.
And I explained it to Mike on Facebook today. They posted it. Somebody posted it on there. They took oak 2x10s and built a little table about like this, lit a fire under it, and put the equivalence of a couch on it. Is that being the floor trusses? So the fire happened in the basement. You following with me? Mm-hmm. And then they had the 2x10 trusses and the plywood, and they put a couch on top of the equivalent weight of a couch. And they put the engineered trusses down, which is nothing but glue particle board with a 2x2 on top of it and 2x2 on the bottom. They call them engineered trusses because they're quieter, more efficient. They're cheaper. Glued particle boards, what they are. The glued particle board trusses, they burn up in less than 3 minutes, and the weight of the couch caved in. The other ones, they got soft, and you could feel them moving and slowly. But the engineered trusses just failed automatically, okay? And it took it 4 times longer for the trusses, the 2x10s to fall than it did the engineered flooring. And if you used to take years ago, everything's made out of oak. What's it made out of today, Ron? Particle board, cheap stuff. That's why it takes. Now we show a video right here. We show the legacy video. It says, show the legacy video. I'm not going to show that because I'm going to keep going. That's on page 12. Did you see how fast that fire was? It's shocking, isn't it, Ron?
Yeah.
Our next video shows 2 bedrooms with children in each one of them. And the father said, it happened so fast, I didn't know what to do. What's it say right there, Aaron?
We had firefighters in there within seconds.
Fire department was less than a block or so away. They had firefighters there within seconds. Today, the average call before a fireman even shows up is 6 to 10 minutes usually before they even show up. Local fire department can tell you how long it is before they show up. But if it's 6 minutes, you understand that's 6 minutes from the time the call was made. So if it's 6 minutes, it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 minutes original time fire was burning. So let's listen to see what this father said. Have you watched the Jeremy Arndt video?
The guy in the hospital.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
You watched that one?
Sure.
So after you've watched that one, I'm gonna flip the page and I'd say, what's different from that dad and you right now, Aaron?
Nothing. My kids are living.
The difference is that dad's speaking from experience. He said, don't let fire safety wait. Don't put this off.
It's powerful.
He's speaking from experience.
And Ron, just so you know, this is a video with the guy who's in the hospital when his children just died in the fire.
He had the
saved
same,
one of his kids and couldn't save the other.
he had this problem right here. He had a fire.
And he had to choose.
And he had to choose. He went around the house, had to get a ladder to put up to the house, and he had to choose. And he had his daughter, 2 daughters in one room, and he had his 2 sons with a friend over visiting. He took the daughter's room first, got them out. Too late. The fire department pulled him out here. The kid, it was too late.
Do you have those videos on your? I think I got them on my laptop. Do you have them easily accessible on your laptop? Just because we want to play it for these kids.
I've got a video and everything.
So we can play. So as you're doing this demo, we can play it
I
for
can
them.
play anything.
And just for the context of this right now,
Well,
those
those
videos
videos
are
are powerful.
and they're like this is like 2.5 minutes. It's not like that you're watching to show them a movie.
Yeah.
Just
So,
boom.
so what I mean is when they come in today, as you're at this
Show
point,
them.
we can show those videos.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so Tim, so far you've shown 2 videos.
I'll show 2 videos.
Okay.
Absolutely. So our third misconception.
What's that video called again one more time? The
Jeremy
Arndt.
Show Jeremy.
And when you get the videos, Aaron, they're lined up just like this. You're gonna see blocks.
I got them. I got them all. I got the DVD.
They're
already.
right in
Yeah,
order.
I got them all.
They're right in order. Okay. So the third misconception about home fires, and probably, Ron, the deadliest of all is my smoke alarm will go off in time. So let me ask you some questions. If you had a fire in the middle of the night, would you bet your life that your smoke alarm would wake you up?
No, I wouldn't.
But that's what we do every night, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk facts. Government scientists has found as much as 30 minutes difference between the activation of different type of alarms. And this problem is summed up by the statement by a fire chief. I think since 1990, the failure to recognize this problem is responsible for literally thousands of needless deaths by fire chiefs.
That's on page 13, right? So that's the first
14.
time. That's the first time you take that alarm and
Yes,
just put
sir.
it in their face.
Absolutely. Has your smoke alarm ever gone off while you was cooking bacon or toast?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like the little boy who cried wolf, isn't it? See, this article right here says the alarms failed alert to family. The father said, when the kids would burn toast or my wife would broil something, the alarm would go off. Just a few days earlier, the alarm activated, so I went to bed with a false sense of security that I had the right type of alarm. And these are the most popular types of alarms on the market. So, Aaron, where'd you buy this alarm at?
Home Depot.
Home Depot. Why'd you buy it there?
Because I don't know, I was walking through and I saw it looked pretty good.
Okay.
Carbon
And where do you think they're made?
Probably out of the United States, China, probably.
China. And you know, 99% of the time they're gonna say they bought it at Walmart or Home Depot, Lowe's, you know.
Mhm.
And why'd you get it there? Well, it was cheap, you know. And where's it manufactured? Okay.
Is that are those questions on this page?
Read right off the book. Figure out.
Well, I want what's not on the book. I know.
But this is right off
That's
the
why I'm
book.
making sure.
So here, let me show you how this ain't on the book. Okay.
Okay.
So here, let me go over this alarm and get you to understand it. What do you think those holes right there are for, Ron?
Sound, speaker.
Speaker, fantastic. 99% of people never get it. They say smoke. That's what they say the smoke will go in, but it's not. That's where the sound comes out.
John, will you ask her if she's looking for an interview?
You said 2 o'clock.
She's looking for an interview.
Just to go around?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just go around.
Oh, she's coming for a first interview.
So the smoke, that's where the sound comes out right here, okay? And so if you actually take this thing apart, and I'm gonna leave my finger right there to show you where that is the horn. That's where the sound comes out. What goes right there, Ron?
Smoke?
The battery.
Oh.
The battery. The battery goes in that little compartment right
Okay.
there, okay? So if the battery goes here and the horn goes here, what do you think the little black silver thing, the little silver thing on top of the black round, what do you think that is?
It's gotta be the sensor.
That's the smoke chamber, absolutely right. So Ron, if the smoke can't get to the sensor because of the battery here, and it can't get to it for the horn here, how does the smoke get to it? It has to come this way, right? So I'm gonna put my finger right where the sensor is, okay? My index finger. I'm gonna put this thing back together, okay? Look. Look how the smoke has to get in. 2 holes. Now, have you ever just read the instructions on one of these things?
I haven't really, no.
You know, it comes packaged like this at the store,
Uh-huh.
and when you buy it, have you ever hung one up before?
Uh-huh.
And you take the package out, and this comes out, and then this is wrapped in a separate package. Did you know that? You ever notice it's wrapped in a
Never
separate
noticed,
package?
really.
But it's in there.
They don't want you to open it.
Have you ever noticed your alarm has a date on it? Just like milk, just like bologna, just like meat.
Huh,
It's got a date on it stamped right there.
Expiration date?
Yes, sir. So I will go get yours
For the alarm or for the battery?
for the alarm.
Huh.
It's got a 10-year life, and that's it. That's it. So here, you answer me this. In your house, is your alarms yellow or white?
White.
If they're white, that means they're under 10 years, because after 10 years, they start to turn yellow. The plastic will actually break down in yellow.
Huh.
But it's got a date on here. Some of them are born dates, and some of them are dead dates. And I don't know if yours is a born date or a dead date, but we'll take yours right off the wall
Check it out.
and show you a date.
That's exactly what you do. You take their alarm out of the
Yeah,
wall.
we gotta put it back.
Okay?
Let's do it. Put it back,
Okay?
okay?
As soon as you get done showing it, you put it back, or you put
Yes.
it back at the end of the
You
presentation?
put it back as soon as you get done showing.
Okay, take alarm off the wall.
Aaron, put it
Put it
back.
back. You got
Okay.
I'll write it in my notes. Take one.
So I take this out. Have you ever read the instructions on your alarm?
No.
Never have?
Huh.
Well, here, let me just read a couple things. I'm not gonna read you guys the whole thing, but this is their warranty papers with their alarms, okay? And this is first alert. It says, according to the U.S. government, according to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, an agency of the U.S. government, they might not go off and give early enough warning, and as many as 35% of all fires. Brand new, right out of the box. So Ron, here, we need 3 in the hall, 3 in your bedroom, 3 in Brittany's bedroom, 3 in Aaron's
Oh, to
bedroom,
make up for the.
because we don't know which one out of 3 is gonna work. Ain't that stupid?
Uh-huh.
And why did you buy this?
And nobody's got that anyway,
No. Why did you buy this,
to protect my family.
family? And so we go to bed. What do you think it costs to manufacture this thing in China or Taiwan?
Couple bucks.
Couple of bucks. So you're telling me that you're going to bed at night relying on a $2 item that's made in Taiwan or Japan or China to protect your family? Now, if I was in your house, like I said, if I was in John's house and I was sitting there looking at his swimming pool and his big cars and his granite countertops and his big screen TV, I'd look at him and say, this is the same alarm they put in government housing.
Oh. Wow. I like
Cheapest
that.
alarm there is.
That's a cheap shot right there.
Fucking hey, that's beautiful.
Because you're not going to turn right around. When you have upgraded stuff, you don't want to have something that they give away, the fire department gives away for free,